Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Don't Say That, the channel where we teach you what not to say in English and what to say instead. Oh my gosh, I am so excited about today's episode. Like, genuinely, I could not sleep last night thinking about it.
Emily, be honest. Did you actually not sleep because of the episode or because you were watching Super Bowl highlights on YouTube at midnight?
Both. It was both. I cannot help it. The Super Bowl does something to me every single year.
And that is exactly why we made today's episode. Because the Super Bowl is not just a football game. If you live in America, if you have just moved here from Mexico, Colombia, Spain, Germany, France, Brazil, the Philippines, anywhere, you are going to discover very quickly that the Super Bowl is the single biggest event in American culture all year.
I mean, think about it. Over 100 million people watch it every year. 100 million. That is more people than watch the Olympics opening ceremony. More than any other single television event on the planet. The Super Bowl is America's World Cup final times 10.
And here's what makes it really special. Super Bowl Sunday is not just about football. Even people who never watch football all year, people who can't name a single player, will sit down on Super Bowl Sunday and watch the whole thing. They come for the commercials, they come for the halftime show, they come for the food and the party.
And that means on Monday morning at work, at school, on social media, in every conversation, everyone will be talking about the Super Bowl. What happened in the game, who performed at halftime, which commercial was funniest, what food was at the party. And if you want to join those conversations, if you want to say more than just, yeah, I watched it, if you want to sound like someone who genuinely understands and loves American culture, today is your episode. By the end of today, you will know exactly how to talk about the game, the halftime show, the commercials, Super Bowl parties, and the whole cultural experience in real, natural, confident English. And here is something really important I want you to hear. Every single immigrant who has ever nailed a Super Bowl conversation at work, every person who has ever made an American coworker say, wait, you really know your football, they started exactly where you are right now, learning the language, building the vocabulary, and that is what we do here. So here is our very first question. Write it in the comments right now. Have you ever watched the Super Bowl? Did you understand what was happening, or was it completely confusing? Tell us your honest experience. We read every single comment, and we love your stories.
We genuinely do. And listen, make sure you stay with us until the very end of today's episode, because the common mistakes section, where we show you what not to say about the Super Bowl, is honestly some of the most useful content we have ever made. You will not want to miss it. Trust us on this one.
And if you are new to Don't Say That, welcome. Please subscribe right now so you never miss an episode. We post every single week. Real English, real American life, real conversations. Okay, Jake, are you ready to talk Super Bowl?
Let's go! First down!
See, he is already using football phrases. We will explain that one very soon. All right, let's start from the very beginning, because if you are going to talk about the Super Bowl with Americans, you need to understand what it actually is and why it is such a massive deal.
The Super Bowl is the championship game of the NFL, the National Football League. It is the final game of the entire NFL season. Only two teams make it to the Super Bowl, the best team from the AFC conference and the best team from the NFC conference. These two teams play one game. Winner takes all. The winner gets the Lombardi Trophy. That is the famous silver football trophy that the winning team holds up at the end.
Lombardi Trophy, named after legendary NFL coach Vince Lombardi. The Chiefs are going for their third Lombardi Trophy. Going for means attempting to win. Very natural phrase. You will hear this constantly in Super Bowl week.
Now, when is the Super Bowl? It always happens in February, specifically on a Sunday. That is why it is called Super Bowl Sunday. It is not just the game, it is a whole day of events. The game usually kicks off around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, but people start celebrating and partying in the morning.
Kicks off. That means starts. We already covered this in our NFL episode. The Super Bowl kicks off at 6:30. Very natural. You might also hear game time is 6:30. Game time means the time the game begins.
Now, the most important cultural context. Super Bowl Sunday is an unofficial American holiday. Unofficial means it is not a government holiday. Schools and offices are still open the next day, but Americans treat it like a holiday. Some people even call for the Monday after the Super Bowl to be a national holiday because so many people stay up late and call in sick.
The Monday after the Super Bowl is actually one of the highest sick day days of the entire year in America. Every year.
Now, let's talk about the structure of the day. Super Bowl Sunday has three main events everyone talks about. Number 1, the game itself. Number 2, the halftime show. And number 3, the commercials. Americans will talk about all three separately, as if they are three different events that happen to share the same day.
Halftime show. This is the live musical performance that happens at halftime, the break in the middle of the game. The Super Bowl halftime show is one of the most watched musical performances in the world. Past performers include Beyoncé, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, Shakira, Jennifer Lopez, Rihanna, Usher. It is a massive deal, completely separate from the football.
And the commercials. Super Bowl commercials are famous because companies pay millions of dollars for just 30 seconds of airtime during the Super Bowl. The commercials are specifically made to be funny, emotional, or shocking, and Americans watch and rate them just like they rate the game. Did you see that commercial? Is one of the most common Monday morning conversations.
Quick check. Jake, what is the Lombardi Trophy?
The famous silver football trophy that the Super Bowl winning team receives.
What does kicks off mean?
Starts. The game begins.
And what are the three main things Americans talk about on Super Bowl Sunday?
The game, the halftime show, and the commercials.
Perfect. Now, pause and say out loud, I cannot wait for the Super Bowl. The halftime show and the commercials are always incredible. Say it right now.
And write in the comments, if you could choose any artist to perform the Super Bowl halftime show, who would it be? We want to know your dream performer.
In this section, we covered championship game, NFL, AFC, NFC, Lombardi Trophy, going for, kicks off, game time, unofficial holiday, halftime show, and commercials. You already sound like a Super Bowl fan. Okay, now here is the part that I personally love the most. Because for many Americans, especially those who are not huge football fans, the Super Bowl is really about one thing above everything else, the party. Super Bowl parties are one of the most important social events of the American year. And if you have just moved to America, this might be your very first one. So let's make sure you know exactly what to say and do. First, how do Americans invite each other to Super Bowl parties? The most common phrase is, we're having people over for the Super Bowl. You should come. Having people over means inviting guests to your home. Very casual, very warm. You should come. An open, friendly invitation. Or, we're doing a Super Bowl watch party. Swing by. Watch party means a group of people gathering to watch something together. Swing by means come visit casually, even just for a little while. We're doing a watch party at Mike's place. Swing by anytime after 5. And Mike's place means someone's home in casual American speech. Let's go to Jake's place. The party is at Sarah's place. Very natural, very common. Never say, let's go to Jake's house in casual speech. Place sounds much more natural.
Now, Super Bowl party food. The food at a Super Bowl party is one of the most talked about parts. Classic Super Bowl foods, chicken wings, nachos, pizza, sliders, guacamole and chips, pigs in blankets, and of course, lots of snacks. Americans take Super Bowl food very seriously.
I have been to Super Bowl parties where there was more food than I have seen at some weddings. It is extraordinary.
Wings, specifically chicken wings, are the most iconic Super Bowl food. How many wings are we getting is a very real Super Bowl Sunday question. You might hear, we ordered 100 wings for the party, and nobody thinks that's too many. 100 wings is normal.
And if someone asks you what to bring to a Super Bowl party, the most natural response is, should I bring anything? And your host might say, just bring yourself, meaning you do not need to bring anything. Your presence is enough. Or grab some wings or drinks if you want. Grab here means pick up on your way over.
Now, party conversation. During the game, what do people actually say? Lots of reactions. When something exciting happens, did you see that? Very common. Pure excitement. Or, oh, come on. This means you are frustrated. Your team did something wrong or the referee made a bad call.
Come on with frustration is one of the most American sports phrases there is. Americans say it constantly during any game. It can mean that was a terrible play, or referee, that was a bad call, or just general disappointment. Oh, come on. How did he drop that?
And when your team scores, let's go. Pure excitement, pure celebration. Or, that's what I'm talking about. Meaning, yes, exactly what I wanted to see. Oh my gosh, touchdown, let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Here is a real Super Bowl party conversation. It is the fourth quarter, tight game, everything is on the line. Ready?
Come on, come on, come on. He's got it. Touchdown, let's go.
Oh my gosh, did you see that? That was unbelievable.
That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna win this thing.
See how natural and energetic that sounded? You can say exactly those phrases at any Super Bowl party, and every American in the room will understand you perfectly.
Three-step formula for talking about a Super Bowl party in English. Step 1. Tell who you watched with. We had about 15 people over. It was so much fun. Step 2. Describe the food and atmosphere. We had wings, nachos, the whole spread. The whole spread means a wide variety of food all laid out. Step 3. Give your reaction to the game. It was such a close game. I was on the edge of my seat the entire fourth quarter. On the edge of my seat means extremely tense and excited, unable to relax.
Write in the comments right now. Describe your dream Super Bowl party. Who would you invite? What food would you have? Use today's phrases. We want to see your party plans.
In this section, we covered having people over, watch party, swing by, Mike's place, wings, just bring yourself, grab some wings. Did you see that? Oh, come on. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. The whole spread and on the edge of my seat.
Now, let's talk about Super Bowl week, because the Super Bowl is not just one day. In America, the whole week leading up to it is full of conversations, and the Monday after is equally important, maybe more important for English learners, because that is when you need to talk about it with coworkers and classmates.
Super Bowl week has its own vocabulary. First, predictions. In the week before the game, everyone makes predictions. A prediction is what you think will happen. I'm predicting a Chiefs win by 10 points. Or, I think it's going to go to overtime. Overtime means extra time played after the game ends tied, no winner in regulation.
Regulation means the normal 60 minutes of the game. They won in overtime means the game was tied after 60 minutes and they had to play extra time. Very dramatic, very exciting when it happens.
Now, talking about the MVP. MVP stands for Most Valuable Player, the best individual player in the Super Bowl game. Who do you think the MVP will be? After the game, he was the clear MVP. He was unstoppable all night. Unstoppable means nobody could slow him down or defend against him.
Unstoppable is a huge compliment in sports English. She was absolutely unstoppable. They were unstoppable in the second half. Very powerful, very natural.
Now, Monday morning at work. This is where English learners feel most pressure. Everyone is talking about the Super Bowl. You need to be able to join in naturally. The most common Monday morning Super Bowl questions: did you watch the game? What did you think of the halftime show? Which commercial was your favorite?
And natural ways to answer. If you loved it, it was incredible. I was completely glued to the TV the whole time. Glued to the TV means you could not look away, completely captivated. If you did not watch, I missed the game, but everyone is talking about it. What happened?
If you missed the Super Bowl, these two words are your best friend. Just ask, what happened? And let your American colleague talk for 20 minutes. They will love you for asking.
And for talking about the halftime show was absolutely incredible. Or, I thought the halftime show was better than the game. This is a very common opinion, very acceptable to express. Many people genuinely prefer the halftime show to the actual football.
For commercials, which commercial was your favorite? Or did you see the blank commercial? I was crying laughing. Crying laughing means something was so funny you literally cried from laughing. Very natural American expression. That Doritos commercial had me crying laughing.
And for people who just moved to America from Spain, Mexico, Germany, France, here's an important cultural note. At your workplace on Super Bowl Monday, even if you are not a football fan, showing interest in the Super Bowl is one of the fastest ways to connect with American coworkers. Simply asking, who did you root for? Or what was your favorite commercial? Will open so many doors.
Here's your comment challenge for this section. Write your Super Bowl Monday morning conversation in the comments. Imagine you are at work on Monday after the Super Bowl. What would you say to your coworker? Start with, did you watch the game? And go from there. Use today's phrases.
In this section, we covered predictions, overtime, regulation, MVP, most valuable player, unstoppable, glued to the TV, what happened, crying laughing, root for, and the cultural importance of Super Bowl Monday at work. Okay, common mistakes. And today, this section is extra special because Super Bowl English has some very specific mistakes that I see constantly, even from people who have been speaking English for years.
All of these come from real conversations, real situations. Let's fix them all right now.
Mistake number 1. Calling it the Super Bowl game instead of just the Super Bowl. In American English, you never say the Super Bowl game. It is always just the Super Bowl. The word game is already implied. Wrong. Did you watch the Super Bowl game last night? Correct. Did you watch the Super Bowl last night? Just 2 words. The Super Bowl. Always.
Similarly, you say Super Bowl Sunday, not the Super Bowl Sunday day. Just Super Bowl Sunday. What are you doing on Super Bowl Sunday? Perfect. What are you doing on the Super Bowl Sunday day? Never.
Mistake number 2, saying the team made a touchdown instead of the team scored a touchdown. Just like in our World Cup episode, in English, you always score points. You do not make them, you do not do them, you do not get them. You score. Wrong. They made 3 touchdowns in the second half. Correct. They scored 3 touchdowns in the second half. Or just, they scored 3 times in the second half. Score. Always score.
For Spanish speakers especially, hicieron un touchdown, they made a touchdown, translates directly into made a touchdown in English, but in English, always scored a touchdown. This one small word change is very noticeable to native speakers.
Mistake number 3, saying I saw the Super Bowl instead of I watched the Super Bowl. In English, for television events, you watch, you do not see. You watch TV, you watch the game, you watch the halftime show. See is for live events you attend in person, like I saw the concert live, or I saw them play at the stadium. For television, always watch. Wrong. I saw the Super Bowl at home. Correct. I watched the Super Bowl at home. Wrong. Did you see the halftime show? Only if they were there in person. If they watched on TV, did you watch the halftime show?
This see-watch distinction is one of the most consistent mistakes. From Spanish, vi el partido, I saw the game, or French, j'ai vu le match. In English, for TV events, watch. Always watch.
Mistake number 4, saying the most valuable player of the game every time instead of just the MVP. Americans almost never say the full phrase after the first mention. They say MVP. He was the MVP. Who do you think gets MVP? She deserves the MVP this season. Using the full phrase every time sounds like you are reading from a textbook. Learn the abbreviation, use it naturally.
Abbreviations and acronyms are a huge part of American sports culture. NFL, MVP, TD for touchdown, QB for quarterback, OT for overtime. Learning these shows you really know the culture. One final mistake, and this is more of a cultural one, saying, I don't like American football when someone asks if you are watching the Super Bowl. Even if it is true, in American culture, saying this on Super Bowl Sunday can shut down a conversation very abruptly. Instead, redirect positively. Say, I'm not the biggest football fan, but I always watch for the halftime show. Or, I don't follow the season, but the Super Bowl is always fun to watch. These responses show cultural awareness and keep the conversation warm and open. These mistakes are completely normal. Every English learner makes them. The fact that you now know the correct versions means you are already ahead. Super Bowl Sunday is coming, and now you are ready. Tell us in the comments which mistakes surprised you most. Did you recognize any of them from your own experience? All right, time for Don't Say That, Say This instead. 2 options, say your answer out loud before Jake tells you. This is the section you stayed for, and it is going to be great. Ready? Let's go. Situation 1. Someone asks if you watched the Super Bowl. Do you say A, yes, I saw the Super Bowl game at home, or B, yeah, I watched the Super Bowl. It was incredible. B, watched, not saw. The Super Bowl, not the Super Bowl game. And incredible. Emotion. Option A has 2 small mistakes that immediately signal you are not fluent in sports English. Option B sounds completely natural and native. Situation 2. Your favorite team scores. Do you say A, my team did a touchdown, excellent. Or B, touchdown, let's go, that's what I'm talking about. B, always. Scored a touchdown, or just touchdown in the moment. Let's go, and that's what I'm talking about are the real emotional reactions. Option A, did a touchdown, and excellent sounds robotic. Nobody says excellent watching the Super Bowl. Situation 3. On Monday, your coworker asks about the game. Do you say A, I did not watch it because I don't understand American football very much? Or B, I watched some of it. I'm still learning the rules, but the halftime show was absolutely incredible. Did you see that performance? B, even if you do not fully understand the game, redirect to something you can talk about. The halftime show, the commercials, the party. Option A closes the conversation immediately. Option B opens it up and shows genuine cultural engagement. Americans will love you for trying. Situation 4. You want to say a player was amazing all game. Do you say A, the most valuable player of the game played very well tonight? Or B, he was the clear MVP tonight, absolutely unstoppable from start to finish? Impressed. B, MVP, not most valuable player of the game, use the abbreviation. Unstoppable, powerful sports vocabulary. From start to finish, great natural phrase meaning for the entire game. Option A sounds like a sports report from 1975. Option B sounds like a real passionate fan.
Now, your ultimate challenge. Write your complete Super Bowl Sunday experience in the comments, from watching the game to talking about it on Monday morning. Use at least 5 phrases from today. We want to see your best Super Bowl English. The best comment gets a special reply from us. You have all the tools now. Go use them. And remember, even saying, "I'm not the biggest football fan, but I always watch for the halftime show," is a perfect, natural, culturally fluent thing to say. That is real English. That is what we are here for. Okay, after this episode, I feel like I want to throw a Super Bowl party right now. Jake, can we do that? Can we order wings first? But before that, our summary, because reviewing everything is how we make it stick. Today on Don't Say That, we covered 3 incredible areas. First, what the Super Bowl actually is and why it is so important. Championship game, NFL, Lombardi Trophy, halftime show, commercials, Super Bowl Sunday as America's biggest unofficial holiday, the foundation of every Super Bowl conversation. Second, Super Bowl party culture and in-game reactions. Having people over, watch party, swing by, wings, the whole spread, let's go, that's what I'm talking about. Did you see that? Oh, come on. And on the edge of my seat. The real language of Super Bowl Sunday. And third, Super Bowl week predictions and Monday morning conversations. MVP, overtime, glued to the TV, crying laughing, what happened, and the cultural skill of engaging with Super Bowl conversations even if you are not a football fan. Here's your reflection question. Think about next Super Bowl Sunday, February 2027. Can you picture yourself at a party, watching the game, reacting to touchdowns, talking about the halftime show, and then going into work on Monday and joining every Super Bowl conversation naturally in English? Because now you absolutely can, and you should. And our final comment question, the one we cannot wait to read. If your country had a Super Bowl, a single biggest annual sporting event that everyone watched together, what would it be? Describe it. We want to learn about sporting culture from around the world. And if this episode helped you, please give it a like right now. It helps Don't Say That reach more English learners in the USA and around the world. Every single like genuinely matters to us. Share this with someone who is going to their first Super Bowl party, or with a friend who just moved to America and wants to understand American culture better. This is exactly the episode they need. And subscribe to Don't Say That if you haven't already. Every week, real English, real American life. You have done incredible work today. You now have everything you need to walk into any Super Bowl conversation, at work, at a party, with neighbors, with friends, and sound completely natural and confident. Super Bowl Sunday is coming. Go enjoy it. In English. Thank you so much for staying with us until the very end. You are absolutely amazing. Keep practicing, keep watching, and keep speaking English every single day. From all of us at Don't Say That, see you next time.